everyone, thank you to each of you who submitted questions for today's Q&A. The first question comes from Riley, who asked, name a biggest planner fail. I would say that my biggest planner fail was when I purchased my first Happy Planner and I didn't touch it for weeks. It was just blank because I felt so overwhelmed and I didn't know where to start. So you would look at my planner, it was just empty every single week in the beginning. Also, I want to emphasize that I make mistakes every single day. I'm constantly whiting things out and just making mistakes in general. I think it's important for us to not compare ourselves to others. The purpose of your planner is for you to get use out of it. It's not to impress others. So I really want to encourage everyone watching to not put pressure on yourself, to not compare yourself to others. You don't need that kind of pressure in your life. How do you start or get inspiration for your sheets that you make, and where do you make them? I get the ideas for the free printables typically from someone requesting them. Usually I will take a sheet of scratch paper, I'll write out what function I want that printable to serve, and then sketch out the printable, and then I'll bring it into either Microsoft Word or PicMonkey and create the PDF from there. Diana said, thank you so much for all your expertise. I enjoy your videos so much. My question is about your handwriting. Did you take a class or is there a resource online where we can learn to write as pretty as you? Thank you, Diana. That's extremely nice of you to say. Back when I first started in my Happy Planner, I printed out these sheets for Cindy Gwen Tert Baldo's Llama's Love Lettering course that she has on YouTube for free. I don't think those worksheets are available anymore, but she still has the videos online. So I'm gonna leave the link to them down below. Anyone who's watching this right now, if you are interested in me creating some sort of free printable to practice handwriting or lettering, leave a comment down below to let me know and I can get started on that for you. Roberta asked, I know you have a work and home planner, but do you have a budget planner? At the moment, I do not have a specific planner for budgeting, but I do have kind of budgeting sheets in the project planner, and I'm still working on that video. There's a lot that's going into it, but stay tuned if you want to see kind of a breakdown of those budgeting sheets. I'll be giving away free printables in the next video in the project planning series. Susan said, you have the most awesome giveaways. I'd love to see how you use the Planner Society stickers in your planner. So I have a playlist of about 13 videos where I kind of go over how to use the Planner Society kit in a Happy Planner, just sharing some examples, including how to use the Planner Society stickers. So I'll leave the link to that playlist down below for you. How many planners do you use and what is their purpose? At the moment, I have 7 planners: home planner, faith planner, work planner, social media planner, wellness planner, like a meal/fitness planner, and then my project planner. And I just want to emphasize that I do not use each of these planners every single day. Some of them are more for reference purposes or apply to areas of my life that I don't address every single day. So for example, the social media planner is not used every day. It's mostly to just keep me on track with the videos and planning out what I'm going to film, when I'm going to film it, which usually happens on the weekends. Also, my home planner acts more as my catch-all planner, and it tells me when I need to reference my other planners. So that way I'm not having to check all 7 planners every single day, because I think that would be very overwhelming for me. Joel asked, what type of laminator do you use? I have been using this laminator called Purple Cows. I've been using it for I think 7 years now. It's not like a fancy laminator, but it gets the job done. What's your favorite planning supply item? Right now, mild liners. At work, I use mild liners every single day in order to color code when I have appointments and meetings and when I'm receiving certain types of patient samples. It just helps me to kind of organize it in my mind and to quickly be able to identify different categories on my planner page. And it's also really fun to just, play with highlighters. What's your favorite crafting equipment or supply? I would say the Tombow adhesive tape. I've tried glue sticks in the past and they just don't work as well for me as adhesive tape does at keeping die cuts and scrapbook paper adhered to the planner. I've had issues with the glue sticks where things will start coming off over time. What's your most durable crafting equipment? I would say my Fiskars paper trimmer. I used to have a portable one that works really well. I had that for many years and then I kind of upgraded, but I use that basically every single week to cut scrapbook paper, to cut out printables, and it just works really well. You can use it to cut laminate. What equipment or supplies would you recommend for new paper crafters? I think that the essentials for, you know, the type of paper crafting that I usually do. You have a good paper trimmer, you can use a portable one, that gets the job done. Some sort of adhesive tape, or if you can find a good enough glue stick. Also some really good precision scissors. And I would also say mini glue dots are really good for super tiny pieces of paper, or if you have some sort of like lace cutout of paper, I will attach a mini glue dot to adhere that to the page. Pam asked, how do you decide if you need a vertical or horizontal planner? I think it would really help to just kind of brainstorm what you want to use your planner for first, just so you have an idea of the different categories that you need to incorporate. And then from there, print out sheets of horizontal or vertical layouts, and maybe even experiment with different ways of incorporating those different categories into those layouts. There are a bunch of free layouts on 101planners.com, so I'll leave the link to that down below for you. Plan out several weeks into those layouts and then actually use that as your planner and see how does that work for you. Are you missing information because it's not easily locatable on that planner sheet? Are you running out of space? That's kind of what I did when I first decided on using the vertical planner. I had tried out a horizontal layout and I realized that I wasn't able to fit all of my categories into that layout as well. And it also didn't really work with how my brain thinks. I'm a list maker and I also kind of like to think about my week in more of a time block schedule kind of way, and I think that the vertical layout works a little bit better for that. But you know, there are pros and cons to both layouts. And also don't limit yourself to just vertical and horizontal, because maybe another type of layout out there could work for you. Mary asked, would you ever consider using another brand besides the Happy Planner? I have tried other planner brands and I just have not found up to this point another brand that works for me as well as the Happy Planner. I just love how customizable it is with the disc system, but it's also kind of aligns with my personal style. I like that there are all of these options for layouts. The Happy Planner is also a size that I can easily fit into my purse if I need to take my planner with me somewhere. But that doesn't mean that I'm not open to trying other planner brands. What sticker brands do you like to use? My favorite stickers in general are those designed by Maggie Holmes. I love to use them on inserts. My favorite planner stickers are made by Hello Petite Paper on Etsy, but the issue is that they are extremely expensive, so I can't purchase them that often. I usually have to save up for a while before I can purchase them. For more everyday use, I kind of just rely on the Happy Planner sticker books just because they're a little bit more affordable. American Crafts makes some really cute sticker books. Do you like to use rubber stamps in your planner? So I think that rubber stamps look really cool in a planner. I just personally need to practice more because I tend to kind of smudge it or smear it. I'm really bad at stamping. So I think that if I practice, I would be more likely to use them or more confident in using them in my planner. I'm just kind of hesitant because I'm afraid of like messing up my entire weekly spread by like smearing something. Maria asked, how long did it take you to get to the point where you are now with your planners? I struggle with remaining consistent sometimes. I also think it would be cool if you did like a vlog of a typical day in your life so we can see exactly how you use your planner throughout the day and what your planning routine looks like. For me, I get super caught up with life, and by the time I realize I haven't used my planner, it's been a few days, which is somewhat counterproductive. Maria, if you haven't watched it yet, I have a video where I kind of do a day in the life vlog, and I have my planner with me. I show exactly how I use it, and also like what my planning routine is. So I'll leave the link to that video down in the description below for you, and hopefully that will help you out. Also, I have a video where I go over 17 different ideas for turning planning into a habit in case you haven't watched that yet. And I'll leave that in the description down below because there are so many different ways that we can try to make our planners more obvious or remind ourselves to use our planners. So hopefully the ideas in that video will help. For me, what has helped, or at least what helped when I first got started, was I had my planner out in a visible location so that I wasn't forgetting about using my planner because I would see it often. I also would set alarms on my phone to go off with reminders about maybe when my routine is going to start. It also helps to even set a reminder, like check your planner when you're just getting started, because you're forming a new habit, so it's going to be difficult. But also maybe think about, is it something about the planner itself that is preventing you from wanting to use it? Because maybe it has to do with the layout. Maybe the layout isn't really working for you, and maybe you need to experiment with another type of layout. If something is causing resistance, if it's not a simple enough system, or if it overwhelms you, then maybe consider alternative options or think about ways of simplifying it and then build up from there. I think that's how I started. I started with just one planner. I tried to make it as simple as possible, and then I worked my way up. It took me many years to get to where I am now. I think it's very easy to just kind of get caught up in the whole planner community and seeing everyone adding all these inserts and having all these complicated systems, when maybe that's not necessarily going to work for us. Maybe what we need is a super simplified system, and that is totally okay. Francesca said, "Hi Lauren, thank you for this opportunity to ask questions. I learned so much from you. My planner is not helping me follow a schedule. I decorate with stickers and can't seem to get a feel for the functional part. I do list appointments, but that's it. How do you go about creating a schedule that you put in things like exercise, journal, meal prep, writes, etc. on a daily basis and still look good with stickers? Thank you." So I think that this is definitely a struggle for, I think, a lot of people, where we have all these things that we want to add to our planners, but we don't want it to be too crowded, because in my opinion, I think it can be super overwhelming to look at if it's just tons of writing. So what I've done for my planner is I will write out morning routine, evening routine, after work routine into kind of time blocks in there, and then I have a separate sheet that lists out the tasks for those routines. These are those tasks that get done every single day over and over again. They need to get done so I can check them off. They're laminated so I can check them off with a wet erase marker and then erase it and start over the next day. You know, still kind of track that I'm doing these things, but I'm not writing out every single thing I need to do every single day. I would probably consider getting maybe a bigger size planner. I have a video where I kind of show an example of how to consolidate all of those different categories of life into one planner, and I'll leave the link for that down in the description below, just in case if that can help you out. Ariel asked, do you have a catch-all planner? I refer to my home planner as my catch-all planner, but it's more so just a reference planner or a home base to tell me when to check my other planners, and it has kind of the things that I need to check every single day. I'm going to leave the link for the flip through of that planner below in case you want to see more detail about what exactly goes into it. If you have a faith planner, I'd love to hear about where you have gotten your reading plans. I do have a faith planner and I have several videos about what goes into that faith planner. But in terms of reading plans, I like the ones that Saddleback Church has. And I've also made a free printable Bible reading tracker so that you can go through the Bible at your own pace and read as much as you feel called to do during your quiet time. Thank you so much for everyone who contributed questions for this Q&A. I just love getting to interact with you more, getting to know more about you. If you want to get an email each time I post a new video, make sure that you sign up for my mailing list. I'll link that down below for you, and I'll see you next Saturday. Bye!